Please listen carefully.
Hello, welcome to the Boxing Wire. This is Gabriel Hernandez, your host as always. Thank you for joining, thank you for downloading, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it so much. And as always, on all social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the Boxing Wire, you just, type in the Boxing Wire, it'll pop up. theboxingwire.com. And so basically this episode is less factual. It's more about the fight between Wilder and Tyson Fury, but it's also about Tyson Fury and his opening up about what happened to him for those 2 years. He was just, he vanished. He beat Vladimir Klitschko in a, let's be honest, pretty boring fight. It was just a lot of hugging, but he beat him, and so we got to give him credit for that. And at the age of 29, he's not an old man. He's been gone for 2 years. He's had 2 tune-up fights, and he's been doing a lot of interviews about mental health, depression, things like that. And I think it's important to talk about it. It's, life is not all about boxing. And sometimes we just, we escape from our lives, for 2-3 hours. We watch a fight card. And it's because maybe we're depressed or we're going through something. So I just wanted to talk about, I've been hearing him on different interviews on Joe Rogan, on ESPN, Showtime, him talking about his depression, his alcoholism, his dipping into cocaine, the devil's dandruff, as they call it, I guess. And for me, it doesn't matter if he wins or loses. He's a winner in the end because he's bringing this issue, to the forefront. Because he's a big talker. Not only is he a big man, 6'9", god dang, he's tall, but he's also bringing big issues to the forefront. And I think a lot of people need to realize what he's talking about. He's not crazy. He's not insane. He's just a person that's just going through struggles. And I can relate to that. So I went through a period similar to what he talked about, or what he's been talking about to everyone on everything. So win or lose on December 1st, to me, he's a champion. He's a champion for people. Then, if you need help, you need to talk to people, talk to them. Talk to them. It's no shame. It's no shame. You're not weak. You gotta talk. You gotta say what's on your mind. You gotta find a goal. You gotta find motivation. You gotta do things. Even if it's like, I'm gonna build a shoe rack, or I'm gonna build a table, I'm gonna build a fence, I'm gonna make a patio. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be champion of the world. But just, if you have those thoughts in your mind, it's just go ahead and do something, and those thoughts will go away. Trust me, I have experience. So basically, I've been hearing his interviews. Actually, I'll be attending the Wilder media workout on Monday, so you guys could subscribe to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It's gonna be a bunch of video footage and hopefully some interviews for you guys. But basically, I just wanted to say I commend Tyson Fury. Yeah, a lot of people think he's brash and he's bold and he has a big mouth, but you know, there's something to him that you can appreciate. Obviously he beat Klitschko for the title, so that made him the lineal heavyweight champ, the Gypsy King as he's known. Great name, by the way, Gypsy King. And so within 7 days, according to him, he was stripped of his titles. And then that's when it began. The motivation was gone. And he turned to drinking. He turned to the pints of beer, as he would say, or he turned to the devil's dandruff, cocaine, and after that he retired at 27, which I didn't realize he was that young. Looks a lot older than 27. But he talked about retiring at a young age. He tried to take up golfing. He tried to take up pigeon shooting, and he's basically just not moving. You need to move. If you're not moving, you're losing. Even if you're not gaining monetary things, if you're not moving, you're losing. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And he also talked about Emmanuel Stewart, since he was like a sparring partner for many years for some of Emmanuel Stewart's fighters. He said, "Yeah, you're gonna beat you're gonna beat the Klitschkos, just your style alone." I mean, if you really think about it, his footwork, and he moves well for a man 6'9". I know he spouts a lot in the mouth and he talks a lot, but I think this fight is gonna be closer than people think. Obviously Wilder, the hardest puncher in the division, in my opinion. Even harder than Joshua. Joshua is very technical, very heavy-handed. He'll wear you down. Wilder is more of a one punch, I'm gonna take you out, put you on your ass kind of guy. And so it's crazy that this guy at 27, he retired. It's crazy that Emmanuel Stewart, one of the greatest trainers of all time, said that he would beat Klitschko, and he did. And after he beat Klitschko, basically what he said was like, I don't have the hunger anymore. I don't have the desire. I don't have motivation. So what did he do? He went to cocaine. He went to alcohol. He ballooned to 400 pounds at one point, which is crazy. I mean, 6'9" build, you could probably hold 400 pounds, but just jokingly. But still, from being a heavyweight that competes at 250, 260 pounds to go to 400 pounds, just partying, going crazy. And he talked about committing suicide. He had so much money after that Klitschko fight. He bought a Ferrari. He was heading to a bridge where he knew he'd be able to just drive over it and just end it all. And he's got a wife and kids. And these are the things that we got to talk about. Like, doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter how much glory you have. It matters how you feel about yourself, and make sure you're talking to people, and make sure you feel good about yourself. You can have a penny or you can have $1 million in your pocket. Doesn't matter. As long as you feel good about yourself, life is great. So he goes on, to say in the Joe Rogan podcast. Obviously, he interviewed him. If you want to go ahead and check that out, it was a great interview. He said he saw a psychiatrist. His dad is watching him 24/7 because, obviously he's just on the brink of death. And he even hated boxing at one point. It's crazy for the lineal champion of the world to say, I'm tired of boxing, man. I'm tired of boxing. And then at one point, when he came to that bridge, I guess, from the Ferrari, and after a few pints of beer, he came back home. He prayed to God. He started praying. I'm not an atheist. I'm agnostic, but still, it's, if you have a belief in something, if your heart and your mind is engulfed in this one particular area, then positive things will happen. And so basically, what motivated him was one of Wilder's videos, just calling him out, calling him fat, overweight, just saying that he's nothing. And you know what? And now he's back. He's back. Whether he's gonna win or not, I believe he's not gonna win. That's just my opinion. But the fact that he came back from that bottomless hole that everyone can relate to, it's pretty much, it's an inspirational thing. And at one point, they English people, or the England Commission, called him medically unfit to fight, due to mental illness. And obviously, yeah, he was ill, and he is ill. But if you have motivation, if you have something to do, if you just keep moving, if you just keep going, just keep fighting, not literally fighting, but just keep moving. If you're struggling with, depression or anxiety or anything like that, just take a look at, if you compare it to a dog that just, it's always crazy. It's a house dog. It never goes outside, but it's always crazy, and it's always just gnawing at your foot, and it's just peeing everywhere. And it's because it's not letting its energy out. So as long as you let your energy out, and as long as you're positive, you're thinking, you can do anything, man. It doesn't have to be great. You don't have to be freaking Bruce Lee. You don't have to be anything. If you go to work every day, you show up, you work hard, you do something creative, even if you're not making any money. If you do it, it's fucking great. Do it. So I wasn't a huge Tyson Fury fan to begin with, just because of his style of fighting. It could be kind of boring, and with the lunging and the just putting his body weight on people and just trying to tire him out with his weight and his height. But just hearing him talk about mental health is a big issue, and I commend him for that. So congrats to Tyson Fury. Whether he hears this or not, I don't know, but I do commend him. And also, to get back to boxing, we do have some boxing this weekend. If you're gonna watch boxing, you're gonna go on November 3rd, which is Saturday. That's gonna be on ESPN Plus. Miguel Berchelt versus Miguel Mickey Roman. That's going to be a pretty good fight. I mean, Burchell is just at a higher level, in my opinion, but Roman is also very tough. I've seen him in many, many wars, so you can't count him out. On DAZN, DAAZN, you can check out Josh Taylor and Ryan Martin. And then on Facebook Watch from New York, you can watch Sullivan Barrera versus Shawnee Monaghan. I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm bad with names. And then, so check those fights out this Saturday. And then check out my website, theboxingwire.com. Send me a tweet on Twitter, The Boxing Wire. Facebook, The Boxing Wire. Instagram, The Boxing Wire. YouTube, The Boxing Wire. It's very easy. Now, I'll be attending the media workout on Monday for Wilder. So keep an eye out for that. I'm going to have a lot of footage of, some interviews, him training, him hitting the mitts, things like that, if you guys are interested in that. And, first-hand look. And then from there, lastly, once again, just support the podcast. Very easy. If you're listening on iTunes, just go ahead and hit subscribe. 5-star review, of course. Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. There's so many. I'm literally on 13 different platforms, so I'm sorry I can never remember any of them. But however you're listening, or if you're listening directly from the website, I appreciate it. I thank you guys so much for doing that. And there's gonna be some big fights coming up. There's going to be, obviously, leading up to the fight, there's going to be a lot of coverage coming up. There's going to be, fight week. The final press conference is going to be on November 28th. The undercard press conference is going to be the November 29th. The official weigh-in is going to be the 30th, obviously the day before. So I'm going to try to bring you guys coverage for all of those events. For those of you not in the LA area, which the fight's going to happen at the Staples Center, where the Lakers and the Clippers play. That's going to be December 1st, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. It's going to be a big matchup, man. Both of these guys are big talkers. Wilder coming with that freaking hammer of a right hand. Fury with that supreme confidence that he has. And once again, if you have like mental health issues, just talk to people, professionals. I would recommend, and they can help you out a little bit. 'Cause definitely, it's helped me. Without the help of mental health professionals, or with things like that, there's no way in hell I'd be doing this podcast. No way in hell I'd have a website or anything like that. And if you want to support the website and the podcast, you just got to go to theboxingwire.com/sponsors. Our sponsors are Stars, the movie channel. They have a 7-day trial, free trial, by the way. So, get that 7 days, and then on the 6th day, bounce, do whatever you want. if you love it, keep it. Then we got fanatics.com, which they have every single type of apparel you could think of. And also iTunes. iTunes is a sponsor, so if you go to theboxingwire.com/sponsors, you can click on any of those links, and that'll help keep the ship running, and it'll help me running, basically, because I'm doing this for free. It's actually costing me money. So if you got anything you guys could do, also Touch of Modern, I forgot. Touch of Modern is a great website, like especially for Christmas for your mail, your dad, your brother, your brother-in-law, your grandpa. A lot of good, cool dad stuff just happening. And then, as always, on all social media, the Boxing Wire. And once again, guys, don't stop fighting.